The Gladiators 3-0'd Florida in the opening day of the West Knockouts, in large part to Kevster being a freak of nature. Kevin is back to being the best player in the lobby by 5 football fields. He's literally magic. How does one man get so much value and use so few resources? Kevster's just like that one guy on TikTok who runs the Florida Everglades like it's his backyard. He just walks around down to the Florida backline with his swamp stompers on and yoinks up RuPaul. The series started with the Mayhem selecting to go to Oasis, which already doesn't make a lot of sense because that map definitely plays more to the Gladiators' rush style that they prefer. Now, it wasn't a roll by any means, and Florida did win a handful of fights, but the Glads were usually able to survive enough through Florida's high-tempo Reaper Moira variant and give Kev and Funny Astro enough time to maneuver around the fight and find picks, ultimately letting Glads win 2-0. Hollywood is where it kinda started to get away from the Mayhem in a tale as old as like a month ago. Will Merit's Sombra get more value with synergistic dives and a better ult cycle, or will Kai simply click their head and keep gambling until he can pay rent? In this case, I was a lucky man. Glad's defense was pretty standard Hollywood, where you hold for 15 years on second and then the enemy just doesn't have enough time to complete third, so I'm not going to go too in depth on that one, but I will say even though Florida lost that map, they ended up having the stronger defense most of the time. They even had a decent shot to full hold the map, but then Babel finds a way to sleep checkmate, which opened up some angles for Kevin Dante to collapse in the backline, and Glads would cap first. Then on B, Dante made a ton of card progress in a lost fight, which caused chaos and helped LA get past the hell that is second point Hollywood. Then on third, all it took was a bad Merit EMP and Gladiators forward momentum to win the map. Honestly, Florida could have had this map dead to rights a couple times, but a few minor errors quickly snowballed into a map loss. Junkertown is where things started to get really rough. Now, Florida's offense was fairly decent, even though first point took a minute because someone just completely whiffed his flux and Kevster was constantly harassing the backline. They did manage to blaze through second and ended up with over 3 minutes heading into third point. But then everything came to a screeching halt. Dante on the Diva was keeping someone in check, Kai was finding picks left and right, and of course, Kevin just took over, and Florida couldn't manage to even make the final stretch of C. Glad's offense was very similar to Florida's, with a slowish A push and then a rapid B push, but instead of slowing down on C, they just didn't look back and got to where they were going with 2 minutes left to spare. It's also worth noting that Lastro whipped out the Zenyatta for the last bit of his defense and for their entire offense, and despite playing into double flankers, he did not struggle to survive at all and even snagged some kills. To me, this series came down to who made fewer mistakes. Florida had some bright spots, but messing up on the Sombra comp can quickly spiral out of control as the ult cycle goes to shit, whereas the Gladiators can always bet on Kevster to just own by himself and gamble their life away on Kai. But let me know your thoughts on this match in the comments down below, and if you think the Gladiators will make their way to Korea. Florida was looking like the biggest hurdle in their way, and after quickly dealing with them, who knows how their match versus Boston will go. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, be sure to subscribe for more Overwatch League content. Have yourself a good one. Deuces.